Coming up, nonprofits and their survival in light of drastic government cuts. What are the new market conditions? Dr. David Fetterman, when we come back. Dr. David Fetterman is President and CEO of Fetterman and Associates, an international evaluating consulting firm. He is the director of the Arkansas Evaluation Center, that is, at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Over 25 years of service, he held positions in Stanford University's administration, School of Education, and School of Medicine. Dr. Fetterman is the past president of the American Evaluation Association. He joins me this morning to talk about nonprofits and their survival. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you very much for joining me. So you wrote an article for the Chronicle of Philanthropy. What did you say in that article?
Mostly I was trying to highlight that it is uncertain times. Most of us are going to be facing some serious reductions of one sort or another. Either direct government aid will be reduced, increased taxes. It's all coming down the pike. So my feeling was that nonprofits need to have a survival plan, a plan to get ready for all of this.
What would you put into that plan should you put one together as a nonprofit?
Well, some of the key things would be instead of focusing on the charitable deductions, which is what a lot of folks have been focusing on these days in Politico and some other newspapers when they're lobbying for that sort of thing, instead of focusing on that, just focus on the mission and on the clients, on the people you're working with in the community. What are their real needs? And the more that nonprofits can be more focused on their clients, the people they work with, they're going to be in great shape because they'll actually be delivering a service that folks need and want. But they have to be monitoring it as well. Constantly evaluating is what I do. Assessing, does the community actually perceive this to be a reasonable kind of service or appropriate one? Is the community changing and maybe there are new needs that have to be met, that sort of thing? And is it being done in a cost-effective manner?
Would a nonprofit have to reevaluate the way it gives out service or serves a particular community? It
may have to do that because many times nonprofits have been doing a phenomenal job and they're much needed in the community, but they don't always keep track of the fact that the community sometimes changes. Either their needs, the population, whatever it may be, demographics change, economics change, and if you're not constantly in touch with what those needs are, you may be doing a wonderful job that's not really relevant anymore, and you'll find yourself out in the cold, basically. That's why I talk about everyone's worried that everyone's going to lose when the latest budget cuts come down. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is there'll be winners and there'll be losers. People that are winners will be, nonprofits that is, that will be winners are those that have been in touch with the folks in the community and they have been responding and changing as needed. Those that haven't been paying attention at all and just go on their merry way are going to be the ones who lose in the process. People will vote with their feet.
What are you saying to those who focus on charitable deductions?
I think it's nice, but it's off target. I think that most people actually are focused on one thing, and that is, what's the service? Even extremely wealthy people, they want to put some of their money in something that they get a return on investment, ROI on, of some sort. And they want to know it's something that they care about, that's important to them. I think when nonprofits lose touch with that and only focus on the charitable deduction, they're missing the boat. I'm not saying charitable deductions should be protected. Of course, I think it's important. It's a factor, but it's not. It's secondary to the real mission of the nonprofit and making sure it's in touch with the community needs.
Dr. Fetterman, you also say that a nonprofit should give accountability and self-evaluation. Those should be high on the list.
Yes, that's very important to me because a lot of nonprofits keep on moving forward, but they don't assess where they are at any time. What I do is I work also not just in California here, but throughout the world. And one of the examples also, one of the projects we have is in Arkansas on tobacco prevention, keeping minority kids away from tobacco, because the tobacco industry spends an inordinate amount of money trying to addict kids, and we're on the other side, working with churches, nonprofits, all sorts of charitable organizations. And what we're trying to do is say, what's our goal? Our goal might be to have, say, 10 smoke-free parks in this county. Great. What's your baseline? 0. What are your benchmarks? Well, by halfway through the year, I want to have 5. 3/4, I want to have, say, 7. So we can take the actual performance of how many smoke-free parks they were able to get at every quarter, half-time through the year, and find out where are we to see if we're making progress. That kind of self-evaluation as to where you are, monitoring where you are, and then at the end saying, did we make it, is really what organizations need to be doing, and doing it on a routine basis. And that's one of the things I specialize in.
Dr. David Fetterman is President and CEO of Fetterman and Associates, an international evaluation consulting firm. He's director of the Arkansas Evaluation Center at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Over 25 years of service, he held positions in Stanford University's administration, the School of Education, and School of Medicine. Doctor, would you give a website to find this report in its entirety?
Oh, sure. Thank you. It's just my name, www.davidfetterman, FETTERMAN.com. And there's lots of free guides and services available at that site as well.
Thank you so much for being my guest.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Take care.